We are wired for comfort. From the moment we are born, we seek warmth, security, and familiarity. It's a natural instinct, deeply embedded in our DNA. This desire for comfort shapes many of our daily decisions, often without us even realizing it. Our brains crave the familiar, the predictable. We find solace in routines, in knowing what comes next. This predictability provides a sense of control, a feeling that we can manage our environment and our lives. It's why we often stick to the same routes, the same habits, and the same patterns. This instinct serves us well, keeping us safe from danger. It's a survival mechanism that has helped humanity thrive for millennia. By avoiding risks, we protect ourselves from potential harm. Parents teach their children to look both ways before crossing the street, to wear helmets when biking, and to avoid strangers. These lessons are all rooted in the desire to stay safe. But this same instinct can become a barrier, holding us back from our full potential. When we let fear dictate our choices, we miss out on opportunities for growth and discovery. The comfort zone, while safe, can become a prison of our own making. It's the place where dreams stagnate and ambitions fade. True growth, real fulfillment often lies beyond our comfort zone, in the realm of calculated risk. It's in those moments of uncertainty and challenge that we discover our true capabilities. Climbing a mountain, starting a new business, or pursuing higher education, all these endeavors require us to step into the unknown, to embrace the possibility of failure. This is the paradox of the human experience. We must balance the need for safety with the desire for growth. It's a delicate dance, one that requires wisdom and courage. Every decision we make, every path we choose is a step in this dance. Sometimes the road less traveled is the one that leads to the most profound experiences. We must embrace discomfort to find true comfort. The athlete knows that pushing through the pain leads to strength. The hiker understands that the toughest climbs offer the most breathtaking views. The student realizes that the hardest subjects yield the greatest knowledge. It's through these challenges that we find a deeper sense of satisfaction and achievement. We must take chances to truly live. Life is an adventure, and adventures are inherently risky. Skydiving, traveling solo, starting a new venture, these are the experiences that make life vibrant and memorable. They teach us resilience, adaptability, and the joy of discovery. But not all risks are created equal. It's important to distinguish between reckless risks and calculated ones. The key is to assess the potential outcomes, to weigh the pros and cons, and to make informed decisions. Whether in business, science, or personal life, taking smart risks can lead to innovation, progress, and a richer, more fulfilling existence. A calculated risk isn't about throwing caution to the wind, it's about informed, strategic decision-making. It's about understanding the potential downsides, but also recognizing the potential rewards. It's about weighing the two and making a conscious choice to move forward, even in the face of uncertainty. This requires a certain level of self-awareness. We must honestly assess our own risk tolerance, our ability to handle potential setbacks. Reckless risk, on the other hand, is like walking a tightrope blindfolded. It's about acting impulsively, without considering the consequences. It's about chasing thrills over long-term gains. This type of risk-taking rarely leads to success. It often ends in disappointment, frustration, or worse. The key is to distinguish between the two. Consider the story of Howard Schultz. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1953, Schultz grew up in a working-class family. His father held various low-paying jobs, and his mother was a homemaker. Despite the financial struggles, Schultz was determined to make something of himself. He attended Northern Michigan University on a football scholarship, and was the first in his family to graduate from college. In the early 1980s, Schultz was a young salesman for a small coffee bean company called Starbucks. At that time, Starbucks was a single store in Seattle selling high-quality coffee beans and equipment. Schultz was intrigued by the company's commitment to quality and its potential for growth. During a business trip to Italy, Schultz had a transformative experience. He was captivated by the Italian coffee culture, where espresso bars served as social hubs for the community. He envisioned bringing this experience to America, creating a place where people could gather, relax, and enjoy high-quality coffee. At the time, it seemed like a crazy idea. The American coffee market was dominated by low-quality drip coffee, and the concept of a coffeehouse culture was virtually non-existent. Schultz faced skepticism and doubt from many, including the original Starbucks owners, who were hesitant to embrace his vision. Americans were used to their drip coffee. The idea of paying a premium for a cup of espresso or a latte seemed far-fetched. The market was untested, and the risks were high. But Schultz saw an opportunity to revolutionize the way Americans experienced coffee. But Schultz believed in his vision. He was passionate and determined, convinced that he could change the coffee landscape in America. He tirelessly pitched his idea, trying to win over investors and stakeholders. His unwavering belief in his vision was infectious, and he slowly began to gain support. He took a calculated risk, left his stable job, and poured his heart and soul into Starbucks. Schultz even went as far as to take out loans and invest his own money to buy the company. He worked long hours, often late into the night, meticulously planning and executing his vision. The rest, as they say, is history. Schultz's gamble paid off. Starbucks grew from a single store to a global empire with thousands of locations worldwide. His story is a testament to the power of vision, determination, and the willingness to take calculated risks. Today, Starbucks is not just a coffee shop, it's a cultural phenomenon, all because one man dared to dream big and act on his convictions. But what about the risks we don't take? These are the silent choices that shape our lives in ways we often don't realize until much later. Every decision to stay within our comfort zone, every moment we choose safety over potential, adds up. We might think we're avoiding danger, but in reality, we're also avoiding growth, adventure, and the chance to truly live. The opportunities we let pass us by, they are like trains that leave the station without us, each one carrying a possibility that we will never get back. These opportunities could be career advancements, personal achievements, or even simple joys that we deny ourselves. When we look back, it's not the risks we took that we regret, but the ones we didn't. The dreams we failed to pursue because we're too afraid of failure. These are the dreams that sit in the back of our minds, nagging at us, reminding us of what we could have done. Fear of failure is a powerful deterrent, but it's also a thief. It steals our potential and leaves us with nothing but what-ifs and if-onlys. These are the risks that often haunt us the most. They linger in our thoughts, casting long shadows over our achievements. We might find ourselves wondering how different our lives could have been if we had just taken that one leap of faith. These unchosen paths become ghosts that follow us, whispering doubts and regrets. These missed opportunities become a source of regret, a constant reminder of what could have been. They are like old photographs that we look at with a mix of nostalgia and sadness, wondering about the stories that were never written. Each missed chance is a chapter that remains unwritten, a story that never gets told. This is why calculated risk-taking is so crucial for personal growth. It's not about being reckless, it's about weighing the potential benefits against the possible downsides and making a choice that could lead to something greater. Taking risks can lead to new experiences, new knowledge, and new opportunities that we would never encounter if we always played it safe. It allows us to step outside our comfort zones, to explore new possibilities, and to see the world from different perspectives. When we take risks, we open ourselves up to a world of potential that we would otherwise never know. It's in these moments of uncertainty that we often find our greatest strengths and our most profound joys, and ultimately to live a life without regrets. A life where we can look back and know that we gave it our all, that we didn't let fear hold us back, and that we embraced the unknown with courage and curiosity. This is the true price of playing it too safe, a life half-lived, full of missed opportunities and unfulfilled dreams. So take that leap, chase that dream, and live fully. Section 6. Weighing the potential and the peril. Before taking any risk, it is essential to assess both the potential benefits and drawbacks. This requires a clear-eyed, objective analysis. What are you hoping to gain? What are the potential downsides? What is the worst-case scenario? This process helps to mitigate risk. It allows us to make informed decisions, rather than acting on impulse or emotion. Section 7. The art of strategic risk-taking. Strategic risk-taking involves more than just identifying opportunities. It requires careful planning and preparation. This includes setting clear goals, developing a solid plan, and anticipating potential obstacles. The more prepared we are, the more likely we are to succeed. And even if we don't achieve our desired outcome, the experience will still be valuable. Section 8. Planning for the unexpected. Even with the best laid plans, things can and do go wrong. That's why it's important to have contingency plans in place. What will you do if your initial plan doesn't work out? Having a backup plan allows us to adapt to changing circumstances. It gives us the flexibility to pivot when necessary, rather than giving up altogether. Section 9. Calculated risks, the bridge to fulfillment. Life is a journey of exploration, and like any good explorer, we need to be willing to venture into uncharted territory. Calculated risks are the stepping stones that lead us to new and exciting destinations. They are the bridges that connect us to our dreams. So, embrace the unknown, take calculated risks, and discover the boundless possibilities that life has to offer.